What's up? It's your boy Super Mario 1990, and I'm coming at y'all with a trailer reaction to The Last of Us Part 2. They just dropped a new trailer just an hour ago. It's a new story trailer, officially from Naughty Dog. And so basically, the backstory behind this is that The Last of Us Part 2, Naughty Dog, they've been feeling it lately. They had pushed this game back from its February release date. Now, that was due at the time to the game was kind of like, unpolished. It wasn't finished. So they wanted to give you the game, in the proper, finished state, which is understandable, which is, a lot of developers do. They'll come out with the early date, and then it's like, oh, we kind of bit off more than we can chew. It's not really ready yet, so we got to finish it up, polish it up, and then a few months later, bam, we'll give it to you. So May 29th was supposed to be the new date, and what happened with that was COVID-19 struck, just messing up everything worldwide. Industries and businesses are being impacted, obviously, as we know. So, for logistical reasons, it was supposed to be delayed indefinitely. And I think it was mainly because of how Final Fantasy the remake came out. Final Fantasy VII, people were getting copies of that game weeks before it was supposed to come out, and other people were having delays. They weren't able to access the game till well after the game was supposed to come out. So people kind of like had access to the game and were showing it off, had clips and everything. So like a lot of things was going out there getting spoiled for the players who were like, we're waiting on that actual day. But other people, they have access to this game way before anyone else is supposed to. So that kind of messed up a lot of things. So I think they wanted to have it where everyone can enjoy the game all at the same time with no discrepancies. And since we don't know COVID-19, like we don't know how it's gonna, how long it's gonna impact us, there's still nothing as far as it slowing down or anything like that. So there's really no timeline. So an indefinite delay was a good move originally. Then all of a sudden there's this June 19th release date. And when I saw that, I was kind of looking like, okay, that's only like 3 weeks. Y'all got the logistics solved that quickly. But what I didn't know about, and I go to PlayStation Lifestyle for like video gaming news, just to see what's going on in the gaming industry, things that might interest me or things to follow or whatever. And come to find out, what I wasn't aware of at the time was that there were leaks out there. The Last of Us Part Two had, I guess, like very spoiled heavy scenes out there, including I think the ending they said was actually spoiled too. So I was like, oh, so they were leaking a lot of things, and so now I'm thinking, I think it's pretty obvious. People are thinking like, okay, this is Naughty Dog trying to get ahead of the leaks now. Kind of like logistics are kind of out the window. We kind of just want the game in people's hands as soon as possible. We'll figure out how we can get the logistics solved, but we just got to get this game out there because I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed, and like the people who saw the leaks, kind of disappointed in how the game is going and things like that, and the directions I guess that they're taking. So I mean, they hadn't officially said it, Naughty Dog or Sony, that's why we getting this new date that's earlier than we probably expected. But I mean, Iron Man VR is another game that was delayed indefinitely, and they still are. Only difference between them and Last of Us Part Two is they don't have their game leaked, heavily. So I think it's pretty obvious that's the reason why. And I've been doing a good job still to this day. I haven't come across any of those leaks or any spoilers. I don't want to. I got my game pre-ordered for the 19th. I hope it gets here on time so I can enjoy it. So, I mean, I came across them, Naughty Dog, showing this legit trailer. They announced it yesterday that they were going to do it. So I'm like, okay, I'll just check this out. I got my PS4 YouTube app open, which you can go on there. It's just the videos. You just go and you search, watch what you want, and that's it. There's no comment section. There's no threads. So there's nothing that's gonna like keep me going down and be like, ooh, I didn't want to see that. I don't want to be like Drake out here, 0 to 100. I'm gonna see some stuff that I don't want to see. Keeps over to the left, dog. I don't want to run into none of that. So it's like, okay, cool. So I'm just gonna watch this trailer, and pretty much, I think there's not gonna be anything as far as The Last of Us Part 2 searches for me, not until next month when I get my hands on the game officially. And man, to make matters worse, while the leak was going on too, Naughty Dog had actually, they had blamed a former disgruntled employee for the leaks. And then what was even worse, Sony had came out. I guess they figured out the people, the person or persons responsible. They didn't actually, put it out there publicly who was responsible for it. I don't think they'll put them on blast all like that. But there's an ongoing investigation. But what Sony did say was that the person or persons involved, they actually didn't work for Sony or Naughty Dog. And I was kind of looking like, ooh, dang, Naughty Dog, y'all put somebody on blast who actually didn't have anything to do with the leaks. Because a lot of fans were kind of mad, like, wow, how could somebody do this and, be that selfish about, you and your feelings. But dang, like, we're the players. We got to play this game. We wanted to have a good, spoiler-free experience. How you just gonna do us like that? But come to find out, that person that they blamed isn't even responsible. So it's kind of like y'all jumped the gun on that one. But yeah, we just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and check out this trailer, and then after the trailer, I'll let y'all know my thoughts and a couple of announcements of videos that I got coming out that is, Last of Us Part 2 related. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this out right quick. Sit back.
I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. Ellie! But they ain't.
Please stop! I'm leaving tomorrow.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
How'd you find us?
You can't stop this.
I want what you want. But not at any cost. I really hope you make it.
I have to finish it.
There's a cost.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
PlayStation.
All right. And I can't wait. Can't wait till next month. So yeah, so that was the trailer, y'all. Few things that I caught. I don't know if y'all remember, but y'all saw Ellie when she was cocking that pistol back, trying to put extra clip in over the table. That looked like one of those craft tables that you go to on the first one when Joel was like, had to get upgrades for his weapons or new holsters, things like that. I wonder if that's what they're doing this time around. Maybe they're actually making it where it's more like interactive. You saw her like, reload over the table. So I'm wondering if probably they, like for extra clip, extra ammo capacity maybe. Maybe they have like an animation for things that you do for whenever you're trying to upgrade those craft tables. That's what it looked like to me. I'm not saying that that's what they did, but that's what it seemed like they was getting at, showing that clip. And I mean, as you would expect if you played the first one, it's looking real visceral this time around, especially because it's like more realistic looking. I mean, not that the other one wasn't. The other one was too, but for this day and age, now we got 4K. Graphics are more improved, so it's gonna look real gory, real visceral. I can't wait for that. And toward the end, if y'all remember, she was strangling somebody. They didn't show who it was, but she had like blood on her face, like looked like she was strangling somebody. She looked like she was like emotionally kind of struggling. Like this is something she didn't want to do, but she had to do it anyway. I wonder who the person was that she was strangling like that. It seemed like someone that meant a lot to her, or somebody that probably betrayed her or something. That seemed like an emotionally like impacted kind of scene. And I do remember Troy Baker, the voice actor for Joel. He said for the fans to keep an open mind with this game this time around. I guess there's some dark directions that this game is going to take that the fans probably might be turned off by. Which, I mean, I'm all for, you know, story heavy games. I love stories and, you know, television, movies, and games. And so, I mean, I'm all for you doing something unconventional, bringing me twists that I don't see coming, because, I mean, I've watched enough movies, played enough games, you know, seen enough stories to whereas it's kind of obvious when you see a twist or a turn coming. So for someone to come, you know, from a different angle and just do it on an unconventional route, I'm there for it. I'm cool with it. But I did come across people, I guess, being mad with what was leaked, or I guess just the things, the controversies surrounding Naughty Dog. People just don't want to support or get the game, or some people are a little turned off by what may happen. But I mean, I'm there for it. I'm going to enjoy myself. And you know, when the game comes out in June, hopefully I get my hands on it, you know, day one. I pre-ordered it. So, I mean, I hope I get it day one, or, you know, just a couple days after, you know, no big deal, nothing like that. So I want to do what I got coming to be on the lookout for you guys is some videos, a playthrough series of The Last of Us Part 2. I'll be doing that. And to wrap things up after that, I'll be doing a GMV as well of the game. I might even do a review of the game too. I mean, it'll be out later than other people's reviews, but something that I just might do, you know, with my own flavor, my own style, if y'all interested. So be on the lookout for those videos. I think in the meantime, what I'll do too, probably toward the end of this month, maybe the middle of this month, definitely before Last of Us Part 2 comes out, I'm gonna do kind of like a retro throwback playthrough of The Last of Us Remastered, just as like a recap for, you know, just what happened, and then getting us geared up to what's gonna happen as in the next adventure as we go to the sequel. I may even do an updated GMV of The Last of Us Remastered as well, so just to keep busy, to do some things Last of Us related before we get to the sequel and enjoy that. So yeah, guys, be on the lookout. I'm gonna have some stuff coming out. I still got some of my regular videos kind of coming out, but yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed the trailer. I hope you guys will enjoy this game if you're interested when it comes out. And we just gonna keep doing this, and hopefully you guys stay safe out there. Of course, COVID-19, man, just stay safe. Family, friends, all of that. Stay away from The Last of Us Part 2 spoilers. I've been doing a good job. Like I said, I'm not gonna search anything Last of Us Part 2, anything from this day forward up until when I get my hands on the game. Because I think this is probably the last thing, I don't know for sure, it's probably the last thing Naughty Dog will release as far as their own footage of the game. So, I mean, I'm just really looking forward to having this game and playing this game. It might be Game of the Year material. This is Cyberpunk 2077. Those are the games I'm most excited about this year. We already had Resident Evil 3. I had a blast with that. That was cool. But yeah, y'all, this is your boy Super Mario 1990. I'm out. Peace in.